Today I want to discuss with you the law of detachment. And basically, if applied correctly, information from this video may change the outcomes in your life in any given sphere, whether it's business, job, your friendship, your relationship, it doesn't really matter. If applied correctly, you might really change your life and in a very unexpected way. So, most likely, as any random person, you already heard about the law of attraction, right? And the law of attraction says that you are attracting the things that you need at the moment, right? There is another flip of the coin, and it's the law of detachment. They are coming all together as yin and yang. And basically, what the law of detachment means is that if you can detach yourself from certain situation, from certain person, from certain perspective, right, gives you a wider look. And when it gives you a wider look, you see the opportunities that you're missing when you are focused straight forward. And that's exactly something that can be a game changer. How this works? Well, for example, you have a working business, right? And you are focused on this specific task or this specific KPI in sales or like some specific measurement, some specific analytics data, right? And when you try to improve only this specific metric, right, you might find yourself stuck at some point. And you try a lot of things like improving sales script, improving information about product, improving marketing strategies, but it won't work because, well, basically you are focusing on this single thing. If you take a step back and just take a look as a whole, take a look as a client, take a look as just some employee that's working for you, or take a look as your colleague, for example, who is more successful in this particular topic, right? You might find that there is something that is different. And if you apply those differences, you may change your results. And this actually may result for you into dramatically improving your life. And at the same time, it's not only about job, it's about the life itself. So, for example, if you are having like good stable relationships and suddenly something goes wrong, okay, if you are focusing about only this particular relationship and this particular situation, you may not see what's the reason. You may not see what causing this problem. You may not see the roots. You may not see the picture as a whole. But if you take a step back and analyze it from the side, or just imagine that it's not your relationships, or I don't know, for example, your girl matters the most for you, right? And you are just imagine that this is the same relationship, but just some random girl, right? I don't know. For example, it's a five for you. Just pick a girl in your head that wouldn't really matter to you, and it wouldn't really bother you whether she leaves or stays, right? And if you analyze the situation from this perspective, well, you may find yourself in a really different scenario. And well, you might think differently, you might act differently, you might have different conclusions. And that's basics the law of detachment. Because, well, if you are focused and you are in a state of flow on something, guess what? You are doing it at your best. Because our brain is such a genius because it analyzes everything and it gives the solution the best possible way it thinks at the moment. But at the moment, your brain may not see other possibilities, may not see other solutions, may not see other things. And that's what the law of detachment means, right? And the same would go also for the responsibility zones. This may be clear for you. So basically, you are responsible for yourself, your own mind, your own thoughts, your own feelings. You are the responsible person for that. And sometimes you are mixing that with responsibilities of some other people's. For example, you are agreed to help your colleague. You are willing to listen to your friend's drama, right? But it's not your responsibility to fix that. And there's time when people are mixing these things and they are not just getting around, okay, this is my responsibility, this is yours. I'm willing to help, but I'm not willing to take full responsibility for this. And if the people are really careful on what they think and what they decide it's their responsibility and done, well, this may predict your life, because if you take some others' responsibilities and you do such thing, you help your friend in relationship, right? And the outcome, well, it's the best you tried, but it's not something that this person would expect. Well, guess what? This person even might blame you, right? Your friend might turn on you because you agreed to help with his responsibilities. And that's the thing. So you need to be able to analyze, to see, and detach yourself from the others' zones of responsibility. Because basically what that means that, okay, I'm responsible for myself, I'm responsible for those people, but I'm not expecting that those things that I do for them would be the best in their head, because they are the best just in my head. I'm responsible for that, and they are responsible for their thoughts. That's the difference. And this will help you understand yourself better, and this will help you understand the group of people around you better. That will make conversations, make the relationships more fulfilling, make the business uh, more fulfilling, and everything. Basically, just try to analyze and see whether it's your responsibility and this is in your control, or this is something that you are just pulling to control from others. Because, for example, if you are trying to control like everything in your relationship with girlfriend, well, at some point she might start thinking that I don't feel like a human anymore. I don't feel like I have my own choices. I don't feel like I live my own life. And yeah, sometimes it's good, but there is a lot of times that it's not. It's basically not. And maybe it's time to let go, or maybe it's time to switch perspectives and change the dynamics of your relationship. It just, well, just this thing to detach yourself and see it from the perspective will change everything. Goodbye.